सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुराः सुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। श्लोक नंबर 36। अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच अथ केन प्रयुक्तोऽयम् पापं चरति पूरुषः अनिच्छन्नपि वार्ष्णेय बलादिव नियोजितः। श्रीभगवानुवाच काम एष क्रोध एषः रजो गुणसमुद्भवः महाशनो महापाप्मा विद्धेनमिह वैरिणम् धूमेनाव्रियते वह्निः यथादर्शो मलेन च यथोल्बेनावृतो गर्भः तथा तेनेदमावृतम् आवृतं ज्ञानमेतेन ज्ञानिनो नित्यवैरिणा कामरूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पूरेणानलेन च। So, in the end of this chapter, Arjuna asked this question: what is that prompted by which factor a person does papam? Anichannapi, even though sometimes he doesn't want to do as it were, still baladiva niyojitaha, as if he is persuaded forcefully. So what is that because of which people do wrong things? As we have seen, basically everybody wants to be a good person. Everybody wants that I should be a good person. Still, we end up doing papam. Nobody wants to do wrong thing, but people do wrong things. What is that? For that, Bhagavan gave the answer: Eshaha kamaha. This desire, which is converted into anger, is the factor because of which we do papa. So because of this uncontrolled desire, which sometimes gets converted into anger when our desire is not fulfilled and somebody comes in my way. I want to go for a movie and my boss calls and tells me today you have to do work. So what? Boss becomes what? The object of my anger. Anything for that matter. So kama alone gets converted into this krodha. And this kama and krodha, they are the factors which prompt me to do wrong things. See, people do wrong things, they take bribe, they hurt people. Why? Because they have some likes and dislikes. They have got some desire. I want people should behave like this. People don't behave like this. Therefore, there is anger. Therefore, there is papa. We beat people, we hurt people. This is a papa. Why? Because we have insistence. This is how it should be. And if it doesn't happen, we hurt people, we do wrong things. See, as we saw in the last class, that people have money, but they have so much desire to get more money. Therefore, they do all kinds of things. They put this all black money in their house, and so millions of rupees are found. Why? Because they have got the desire, uncontrolled desire. And then Bhagavan described that kama, it is born of Rajoguna, is a very big, voracious eater, Mahapapa leading to Papa, Papam. So may you know it to be enemy. Enemy means what? It is an obstacle in my pursuit. It is not that we create some hatred or something bitterness. It is my own desire. So I see that if it is uncontrolled, then it is obstructing my pursuit of Shanti, pursuit of happiness, and therefore I need to handle them. And now from the 38th shloka, Bhagavan is analyzing the problem of kama. And he will be talking about 4 things regarding kama. One is that how kama is causing damage. It is veiling this my viveka. And second is, what is the strength of kama? Kama is dushpura anala, it's like fire. And however much you give bhoga to satisfy kama, the desire never goes away. So that is the strength of kama. Third is the areas of operation, with the help of which supporting area activity centers, kama veils or controls the jiva. So activity center or base of kama. The fourth is how to handle this kama. These 4 things are discussed with regard to kama. And in the 38th shloka, 3 examples were given. Just as the fire is covered by smoke, the mirror is covered by the dust, and the fetus is covered by the womb. Similarly, by this kama, this viveka of the person is veiled. Viveka means what? My ability to see right and wrong, my ability to see atma and anatma, my ability to see the distinction between the permanent and impermanent. This is called viveka shakti, and that is called here dhanam, and that itself is covered. And that was clarified. Avrutam dhanam etena kamena. By this kama rupa, fire, analena means fire. By the fire in the form of kama, my viveka is covered. And Bhagavan said is Gnanino Nitya Vairina. For here Gnani means informed person, Vedanta student who has not yet got full Gnana Nishtha, but he has got some idea of the teaching of Vedanta. That is person is called here Gnani. For that Gnani, this kama is Nitya Vairi, means is a constant enemy. And Bhashyakara explains that. See, for person who has not been exposed to Vedanta, he will look upon kama as a very good thing. I have got so many ambitions. I am a very ambitious person. And because of kama, he will be persuaded into some activities and kama is not fulfilled. Then he gets frustrated later on and he becomes miserable. But Before that, he was not looking upon kama as his enemy. So he thought, okay, I have desire. I am doing activities because of desire. Nice. But when this kama is not fulfilled and he suffers, then he says, oh my God, so much expectation I had from my family members, my neighbors, my friends, and what they did. So afterwards, suffering happens for ignorant people, non thinking people. Whereas for a person who has got some viveka, some exposure to the teaching of Vedanta, so even when kama is entered into his mind and kama is making him do something, that time itself he will be thinking, oh my God, see, because of this desire, I am prompted to do this. So why again and again this kama is coming? Why I have to suffer because of this kama? So even when kama is there, it is making this informed person suffer. And when kama is not fulfilled properly or appropriate, sufficiently, then person again feels frustrated. So when kama is there, he suffers, informed person, and afterwards also of course he suffers. It is something like a person who does not know that he has got sugar. So he'll be eating happily. He doesn't feel anything. He eats very happily sweet. And then afterwards, when sugar goes very up and some consequences are there, then he suffers. But a person who knows that I have a sugar problem, so when he is eating, at that time itself he knows, my God, I should not eat. I should not eat. My wife has told not to eat. Doctor has told not to eat. My yoga teacher has told not to eat. I also have decided, but see what to do. I really feel so much need, so much pressure. So even while eating, he will be suffering. He will be remembering that and he will be feeling little bit pinched by that. And afterwards, when the result comes of eating too much sweet, whatever the retinopathy, this pathy, so many things can happen by sugar. So when result comes, then also he will remember, oh, see, because of this too much desire for sugar, this has happened. So he will suffer two times. When kama is there and afterwards, whereas the other ignorant person only one time. So he is blissfully ignorant. And somebody may say, Swamiji, does it mean that we should remain blissful, ignorant only? It is something like, without knowing sugar is there, you will enjoy without any pinch or guilt. Does it mean we should not go for sugar test? We should go. Why? Because if we remain ignorant, then damage will be more. Chances of mastering over the desire will not be there. If you don't know the disease itself, how can you think of cure? If you know the disease, then even though you may have little bit more pinching, but at least you will work for it. So even though for Gnani, for informed person, kama is nitya vairi, but it is good. It is something like you have got some meter which says that now you are reaching danger level. It is a good thing to know. So we know that now this particular toxicity is increasing. So it is nice to know. So if Bhagavan Sri Krishna is telling that kama is enemy for everybody, for uninformed person and informed person. An informed person is nitya vairi. It is means constantly enemy, means enemy in the sense giving affliction. So here Gnani is in the sense of Jignasu or Gnana Yogi, one who is pursuing the knowledge. If he has already got Gnanam, kama will not be a problem. Kama will not be there. All kama is in the form of preference. But here Gnana Yogi. And Bhagavan uses the word Anala. Kama is compared to fire. Why? Fire is Anala. Alam means Podum. Porum they say. So enough. That fire is that for which enough never comes. However much you offer, it will say, give me more, give me more. It is ready to consume more. And if you see, the desire is such a thing, when you did not have any money, you thought, if I get 1,000 rupees, it will be good. Just 1,000 rupees salary per month, good enough. And then you get started getting 1,000, then say I want 10,000. And then 10,000 to then 1 lakh I want, Lakapati I want to become, Lakshapati. Then 1 lakh comes, oh, lakh, what will happen? Lakh is only lakh. So now you want 1 crore. 1 crore nowadays is nothing. You cannot get even good house in 1 crore. So 1 crore kya hota hai? 1 billion we want. And 1 billion is what you already in the billionaire club. And they have done one research and they have found that the people who are becoming these member of the billionaire club or multi-billionaire club, they have more stress to become more rich compared to the people who are not the member. See, when you are the member of the billionaire club, then what will happen? You will come to know, oh, this person has more than me. This person has more than me. Earlier you were not aware because you are not the member of that club. Now you know. And you know, in I don't know in South India, but North India, person is known by the property he has. बोले ये तो 50 crore की party है. That's how they say. This person is 1 billion party. That's how the person is known by the party. He is a 1 crore party, he is 1 billion party, he is a 5 billion party. So person is known by this amount. And also one person was telling, Swamiji, every person wants to contact with the higher one, not lower one. So 50 crore party, person who is a 50 crore party, he doesn't want to interact with 40 crore person. He will say, kya fayda? So he wants to contact higher one. In fact, he said this 50 crore person is meeting this 45 crore person, and if he sees 60 crore, immediately he drops him and he goes to the 60 crore party. So what happens? I want to become 60 crore. I want to become 1 billionaire. And there is no end. There is a beautiful shloka which says, Niswam Ekashatam. If you don't have money, you just want 100 rupees. In those days, 100 rupees, when the shloka was formed, 100 rupees was a very big thing. In fact, many people used to have salary, whole month salary is 100 rupees. Many people started their career with 100 rupees. Then it becomes Ekashatam, Shatim, Dasashatam. One who has got 100, he wants 10,000. Then Sahasradipaha Laksham. You want 1 lakh. Lakshesham Kshitipalatam. Then you have got 1 lakh. Nowadays you have to go little more. If 1 lakh is there, you want 1 crore. 1 crore is there, 1 billion. And when you have got some money, afterwards you see here and there. Oh, okay, I can become a minister. I have lot of money, I can become minister. So, Lakshesham Kshitipalatam. He wants to become the king or minister. And when we become minister, you want to become prime minister. In those days, I was a small king. I want to become emperor, sovereign king. And then afterwards, in our Indian scripture, they talk about Indra. So now I am the king of only this world. I would like to become Indra. So Chan Chakresha Punarindrata. And Indra wants to become Brahma. He wants to become Brahmaji. Brahma wants to become Vishnu. And Vishnu wants to become Shiva. Because this shloka is written by Shaivites. So he says Brahma, Vishnu Padam, Harir Hara Padam. And Trushnavadim Kogataha. Who has limit of this kama? Every time when you have got something, you want more, you want more, you want more. That is how it happens. Therefore, it is called Dushpura. So, nothing wrong in having money or having a desire to have money to contribute, but you become the slave of this desire. When you become the slave of the desire, you are ready to compromise with your dharma. That becomes a problem. And that type of kama is talked about here. Now in the next shloka, what are the base? What are the centers of activity of kama? So here Bhagavan is talking to Arjuna, who is a soldier. So Bhagavan talks in the language of a soldier. Soldier always thinks of fighting. what are the activity center bases, and how to fight. So Bhagavan, keeping Arjuna's background, he talks about the problem of Kama. Now Kama is the enemy king. How to handle? First of all, you have to know the strength of the enemy. You have to know the base centers, from which area they are, launching the rockets. So you have to find out the activity centers, and that's what Bhagavan says, that what are the activity centers of Kama, from which desire is operating and making the jiva deluded. The next sloka. Indriyani mano buddhihi
इन्द्रियाणि मनो बुद्धिः
अस्याधिष्ठानमुच्यते
अस्याधिष्ठानमुच्यते
एतिर्विमोहयत्येषः
एतैर्विमोहयत्येषः
ज्ञानमावृत्य देहिनम्.
ज्ञानमावृत्य देहिनम्.
So he says, Indriyani, the organs, Manaha, the mind, Buddhihi, the intellect, these three, Uchyate, are called Adhishthanam, the base, means the base center, activity center. Asya means for this desire. So the desire operates on the jiva from these three base centers, Indriyani, Manaha, Buddhi. How? First of all, organs. The organ's job is to report about the sense objects. My eyes will tell there is a nice chocolate. My eyes will tell that there is a nice ice cream. My ears will hear that, oh, there is some music going on. So, Indriyas contribute to Kama by reporting the presence of the sense objects. That is why the advertisement people, they do this job. They put big, big boards about the product. So my eyes will fall on them, that all boards, and that eyes will report to the mind. So Indriyas, the sense organs, are contributing to the rise of Kama by giving the data about the sense objects. If we do not know about those objects, through organs, desire will not come. And nowadays, what they do, when you are seeing something else, that you are reading some news item, and then advertisement comes. You are listening to what is called Bhagavatam or Mahabharata or Ramayana, or watching the Mahabharata, Ramayana, and that advertisement comes. Even some Swami's lecture you are listening on YouTube, then also advertisement comes. Horlicks advertisement. They give appropriate advertisement that you are a person who are listening to this, therefore you might be a little elderly person, and therefore you require Horlicks. They give Horlicks now. Special Horlicks is coming for diabetes. For people who have diabetes, for them they have made special Horlicks.
Sugarless.
Sugarless. So advertisement, and through advertisement, what happens? The Kama will be generated. So Indriyani, sense organs, are becoming the activity center, contributory center for Kama by reporting about the presence of objects. Then what Manaha does? Manaha means the mind. So first, sense organs will report to the mind that this nice ice cream is there. Here, this ice cream parlor. So ice cream parlor is there, or this is a nice music concert going on, or some very soft, the chair is available now. Soft asanam is available. So sense organs have reported to the mind. Then mind can just acknowledge, okay, object is there, fine. Doesn't proceed, then desire will not happen. But what mind does? Avrutihi. Avrutihi means, not avruti. Avrutihi means repetition. The mind relives. Mind keep on repeating. Nice product is available. Oh, nice phone has come. nice phone has come. If that phone is there, how nice it is, this we can do, this we can do, this we can do, this. So mind, what it does, it repeats the thoughts about that object. How nice it would be if that phone is there, if that gadget is there, how nice it would be. Repetition. And because of repetition, what happens? If we remember in the second chapter, dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate. When you keep on thinking about the object, then sangaha means fancy will be born, and sanga sanjayate kama. When you have got this nice buddhi means this object is very nice, this person is very nice, then kama will come, desire will come to meet that person, interact with that person, or desire will come to buy that object. So kama will be born by repetition done by the mind. And how the buddhi is contributing to kama? Buddhi is supposed to do the viveka. Instead of this, it is entertaining wrong conclusion. What is the wrong conclusion? That I can be happy when I have a particular setup. When I have got particular set of people, particular set of the furniture, then only I can be happy. So buddhi is contributing to kama by giving wrong judgments. And whatever desire has come, so buddhi will justify. I'm a human being, I am a householder, I should have so many desires. If desires are not there, what is the use of life? I should have more and more desire. I should be a very ambitious person. And I should always stand first. So if my neighbor has got this car, I should buy a better car. Then only my presence will be noticed. That is how people, they buy, my God, cars of this crore rupees, 2 crores, like that. This is what is called Benz car, and then Audi car. No, one Audi is there. Audi car, some car. What is that? Car is car. Yes, you need some comfortable car for going if you need to go out. But otherwise, afterwards, it has got only this ego satisfaction value. No other value. These people buy very expensive watch. Hardly they need to watch the watch. Because they every time secretary is there around, he has got a mobile, he will be seeing the time, clock will be there. But this watch is like 1 crore watch. Just finally it will give you time only. All this, and buddhi will say what? We should be like this. We should stand out. And for that, whatever needs to be done, we do. So buddhi, by giving wrong judgments about the situation, about the happiness, buddhi is contributing to kama. Buddhi will give the judgment that you can be happy only when you have got these things. So world is the source of happiness. That type of conclusion is given by the buddhi, is entertained by the buddhi. And by that, kama is entertained. So indriya, mano, buddhi. Indriyas are contributing to kama by reports about the objects. Mind is contributing to kama by repetition of these thoughts about the objects. And buddhi is contributing by giving wrong conclusion, supporting wrong conclusion, false judgment. And esha means this kama. Etehi vimohayati. Etehi means with the help of these three, indriya, mana and buddhi, this kama vimohayati, deludes variously. Whom? Dehinam, to the jiva. How? Jnanam avrutya, having covered this viveka shakti. Having covered the viveka shakti means it makes the person run so much that person doesn't have time to sit and think. That's what the kama is making the person run so much that no time to think. And therefore, etehi, with the help of this kama, esha means this desire, vimohayati, deludes variously. Dehinam, the individual, by making him run so much, no time to even think. People say sometimes, बोले मरने का भी time नहीं है. Have you heard this? This expression? There is no time for dying. You don't require time for dying. Bhagwan will do it. But people say like this, Swamiji, 24 hours not enough. So busy, so busy. Even this Swami also now start telling, so busy, so busy. People say, Swamiji, can I talk to you and all? I said, I'm little busy. If you are busy with awareness, then no problem. And you are busy for your pursuit of moksha, no problem. But if you are busy because of so many ambitions to be very popular in the world, to be rich, to have more and more objects, then you remain in samsara. And that is said here, this desire, vimohyati means variously dilutes dehinam. Dehinam means the individual. By using the word dehinam, Bhagavan is suggesting that as long as you have the identification with the body, with the sense of reality, the desire will keep coming. If you do not have identification with the body, you know body, I am different from the body, body's limitations are body's limitations, that knowledge is there, then kama cannot do anything. But dehinam means the person who has got the identification with the body, to that person this kama is deluding variously. So this is the problem. But in life, we should not keep on thinking about the problem all the time. Oh, this problem is there, it is harming me this way. So much think about problem. Then you will remain sad all the time. So you think about the problem enough to plan the solution. So thinking about the problem should not be so much that you remain stuck in the problem only. Some people are like that. All the time, most of the time they're talking about the problem, and if you give solution, they give the problem to that solution. He said, I have got this problem, health issue, this health issue, this health issue. You take this, no, if I take this medicine, I will have this problem. Then you don't take medicine. No, if I don't take medicine, I have so much suffering is there. What to do? So in life, if you want to be relatively happy, don't think about only problems. Think about the solution also. If you keep on thinking about the problem, you will feel very helpless, you will feel very wretched, miserable. The suicidal tendency may come. Therefore, never get stuck with the problem. Think enough about the problem so that you can plan your solution well. It is something like you go to the doctor with some disease, and doctor keeps on sending you to laboratory after laboratory, and for months together no treatment he gives. What type of doctor is? Doctor should give some solution as well. So Bhagavan also, after talking about the problem, after talking about the activity centers of the kama, in the next shloka he gives the solution. Tasmat tvamindriyanyadau niyamya bharatarshava papmanam prajahihyenam jnana vijnana nashanam. Tasmat, therefore means what? Since kama has got its activity centers, supporting centers in the form of indriya, mana and buddhi, as we saw how they are supporting kama. Since they are the supporting centers, therefore what you have to do? Adau, in the beginning, indriyani niyamya, you having mastered the organs, means you resort to dhamma. So 3 centers are there for kama to attack the jiva. One is indriya, second is mind, third is intellect. So what should you handle first? You first handle organs. What does it mean? You learn to practice damaha. Damaha means mastery over the organs. And mastery over the organs, in that first thing what we do, let us drop all those objects which are against dharma. Like Shastra says, alcohol, certain eatables, especially for a spiritual person, certain eatables are not conducive, like garlic, onion, or the non-veg, etc., not conducive. Drop it. So whatever is against my dharma, not conducive, that I drop first. So first thing is adharmika vishaya tyagaha, giving up these objects which are against dharma. Second is, even in dharmic vishaya, the objects which are permissible by Shastra, in that also I try to follow balance. It is something like Shastra says, yes, you can have sweet, but I learn to be moderate in eating that. Even allowed, permissible also should be taken in a balance, taken in a measurable quantity. Just today, sweet, maize, so I take 5-6 laddu, not good. Take one. Permissible you take, but permissible also in a moderate quantity. So second thing is moderate approach. Third is that along with the bhoga vishaya, we should give attention to this yoga vishaya. Means through my eyes I am seeing movie, so let me read some this Bhagavatam, let me read some Bhagavad Gita. So I should be engaged even in these sattvic activities. So let it enjoy some movie, etc. It is okay. In the beginning, it is okay. Let it enjoy, let by tongue, let enjoy this some sweet, but let tongue be given some kashayam required for the immunity. That also you give. Only the tasty thing is given. No, some Karela powder also. If it requires, give that also. I take generally morning I take Karela powder, methi powder, and some Indrajava. 3 I take. It is good. That is necessary after certain age. When you are borderline case, you take it. I don't have sugar. I mean, at least that's what doctor has said. Still manageable. So manageable. So I don't take tablet, but I take all this. So sweet you take when required. If you feel like, take it, but you take that also. So always balance bhoga vishaya with yoga vishaya. You watch some program you like, but after that you watch or read something which is making you more committed to the pursuit. So third principle is balance. First principle is avoidance of adharmika. Second is moderation. Third is always balance with the other type of objects. That is called here Indriyani Adau Niyamya. So not only our organs of perception we master. Means I do not allow my eyes to see something which is harmful to my spiritual pursuit. I don't hear something like gossiping, etc., which is harmful to my peace of mind. I don't eat something which is harmful to my spiritual pursuit. That is called Indriyani Adau Niyamya. And one organ to be mastered is our tongue. Talking tongue and eating tongue, both. Eating tongue means it keeps on eating. Some people a whole day almost their mouth will be open. As long as they are awake, keep on eating. So they don't have rest. That is to be mastered. Another one is talking tongue. In Shastra, in Yoga, in Viveka Chudamani, it is said, Yogasya prathamam dwaram vang nirodha. The mastery over the tongue, talking tongue, is the first step in the sadhana. Yoga means here sadhana. Because many of our problems are because of not using our talking tongue appropriately. You talk something and because of the other person feels hurt, then he shouts back and you shout back. Fight is there. So you hurt people and you get hurt in the process and you become restless. Your peace is disturbed. So learn to master your speech. Learn to master all the organs. Our Mahatma Gandhi had got 3 monkeys, the 3 statue with that. Bura mat dekho, bura mat suno, bura mat bolo. 3. Bura means wrong things. Don't say wrong things, don't hear wrong things, and don't speak wrong things. So that is Indriyani Adav. In the language of Vedanta, it is called Dhammaha, mastery over the organs. Alright. Then, but it should not be the only step. We have to supply 2 more. And also mastery over the mind. What is the meaning of mastery over the mind? Don't repeat, don't encourage the repetition of thought which will generate desire. You saw somebody, he is nice person. Okay, talk to him. Took a selfie, was over. Now keep on thinking about that person, keep on thinking about that. When mind is repeating about any person or any object, then you put a break and telling why? By telling this what? That I need not think about this object if it is not conducive to my pursuit. So I stop repeating. The first thought is not my control. First thought will happen. But whether to allow the repetition of the thought, to some extent I have got mastery. So I master the mind, which is called Shamaha. Indriyani Ado Niyamya means Damaha, then mastery over the mind. And third is mastery over the intellect. Mastery over the intellect means teaching, refining the thinking of the intellect. And for that, we require the study of Shastra, we need to attend Satsanga. Because Buddhi on its own will not do. So we have to push ourselves into Satsanga or some study so that our Buddhi will have refined thinking, right thinking. Wrong values we have, that will go away. So Indriyani Adav Niyamya, we have to supply Manaha cha Sanyamya, Buddhim cha Niyamya. So having mastered the Indriya first, and then mind, and then intellect. Why is it said Adav Indriyani? Because Indriyas are relatively gross. Gross thing can be controlled first compared to the mind, which is subtle. And therefore Adav Indriyani. And another reason is, when you are mastering the organs, the damage control happens. So you, in your mind there is a desire, but you do not allow the organs to indulge the objects uncontrollably, then damage is controlled. And therefore Indriyani Adav. And Indriya is like an outer periphery, and therefore you have to control that first. If an enemy is to be defeated, you should not go directly to the capital. Especially in the conventional war, you have to win first the outside area, then go inside, then inside, then inside. That is how war is won. Directly go, then you will be trapped. You imagine directly person goes there, especially in that conventional war, then it will not happen. Slowly you have to outer area, you stabilize, and then go inside. So Indriyas are the outer periphery of the operation of Kama, therefore that is to be mastered first. That is why we have got tapaha, vratas and all this, so that we learn to have the mastery over the organs. So having mastered the organs, enam papanam prajahi hi enam prajahi. Prajahi means may you give up or destroy. Prajahi Prajahi means give up. Prajahi means destroy. Both ways it is fine. So enam kamanam, evam kamam. This desire may you destroy. And for the desire, this one adjective is used, papanam. That which is leading us to do papa. We do wrong things because we have got intense desire. Therefore, papanam. And one more adjective is used, jnana vijnana nashana. This kama can destroy our jnanam. Destroy means cover our jnanam and vijnanam. Jnanam and vijnanam are the two types of knowledge. When you say Brahman is, Paramatma is, that knowledge is called jnanam. I am Paramatma, I am Brahma, this knowledge is called vijnanam. And both of them can be obstructed by or veiled by this kama. So person is attending Vedanta classes, and he knows also I am Brahman, but his knowledge is not strong, and therefore what will happen? Kama will veil this knowledge and person will get carried away by kama. Therefore this kama is called Jnana Vijnana Nasham. Jnana is, there is Brahman, that is called Jnana. That Brahman is called Vijnana. Alright. Now, in the next two slokas, Bhagavan is giving the final solution for the problem of kama. Because kama, the desire, is finally the product of ignorance only. How? I have desire because I am finding myself to be limited. Why do I find myself to be limited? Because I have identified with the limited body, mind, sense complex. And why do I identify with limited body, mind, sense complex? Because I do not know my true nature. So ignorance of my true nature gives rise to the identification with the body, mind, sense complex. And identification with the body, mind, sense complex gives rise to the sense of limitation. I am limited. When you look upon yourself in terms of body, you will always be limited. In terms of emotions, you are limited. In terms of intellectual power, you are limited. So when identification with non-self is there, sense of limitation is bound to be there. And when sense of limitation is there, you are not comfortable with it, and therefore you will have desire. And what type of mind is there? If I get this or that, then I will be all right. I will be complete, full and complete. Most of the people have this idea that if I get this, I will be complete. If I marry this person, my life will be complete. If I get this house, my life will be complete. In every city, there will be one posh area. In Bangalore, there is one area called Sadashiv Nagar. That's very posh area. Here, Coimbatore is there. Very posh area. What is that? Racecourse Road.
Racecourse area and Bharati Park in Sai Baba Garden.
Sai Baba colony is considered very posh.
Bharati Park.
Bharati Park, okay. Well, nice to know, at least with Coimbatore. At least for example, it is useful. So, racecourse area, if I have got a house, even flat is okay. So 4-bedroom apartment, some I got to get it, or some independent house, bungalow. If I can get it, my life is made. And then you got the house, but Swamiji, I got a house, but my children are not staying with us. Kappa is called Kappa syndrome. Have you heard this Kappa syndrome? Kappa syndrome means children abroad, parents alone. That is called Kappa. CAPA. Children abroad, parents alone. That's called CAPA. Children abroad, parents alone. That Kappa. It's called Kappa syndrome. I had heard it so many years ago. So what do this parent says, Swamiji, I got the house in this racecourse road or racecourse area, but my children are not ready to stay with us. What is life without that? Swamiji, I wish they, after earning so much money, dollars, they should come and stay with us. Not just like that. After earning enough dollars, that was very important. Or Swamiji, how nice if my son gets the job here. He can work from here, working for Microsoft from here. How nice it would be, Swamiji. So the person thinks, Swamiji, if that happens, no, my life is complete. Always you think like this. If this happens, my life will be complete. If this happens, my life will be complete. And therefore, this sense of inadequacy leads to desire. And desire will lead to so many activities and anger and greed. See, the rule of desire is that if it is fulfilled, then it will generate greed. If one desire is fulfilled, it will lead to so many other desires. I want more, I want more, I want more. And if it is not fulfilled, it will generate anger. So desire either leads to lobha, greed, or it leads to krodha. And person remains in samsara. So desire is originally born of ajnana, ignorance. And ignorance of what? Ignorance of myself. And ignorance can go only by knowledge. Like darkness can go only by light, similarly ignorance can go by knowledge of the self. And therefore in the last two shlokas, Bhagavan is giving that self-knowledge with the help of which a person can be free from the bondage created by kama. That is the next shloka. Indriyani paranyahuhu
Indriyani paranyahuhu
Indriyebhyah param manaha
Indriyebhyah param manaha
Manasastu para buddhihi
Manasastu para buddhihi
Yo buddhih paratastu saha
Yo buddhe paratastu saha
Evam buddhih param buddhva
Evam buddhe param buddhva
Sanstabhyatmanamatmana
Samstabhyatmanamatmana
Jahi shatrum mahabaho
Jehi shatrum mahabaho
Kamarupam durasadam.
Kamarupam durasadam.
So in these two shlokas, Bhagavan is giving the knowledge of the self and says that having understood this self, He Mahabaho Shatrum, the enemy, Kama Rupam in the form of Kama, Jahi means you can destroy. So the knowledge of myself, the knowledge of the true nature of myself will make this Kama go away. So that is called Jahi Shatrum Mahabhav. That is the ultimate solution. Dhamma, we saw Dhamma, Shama, this mastery over the organs, mastery over the mind, and giving some viveka to intellect. These are like first aids. First aids means what? You temporarily handle the problem. Somebody has fever, you give paracetamol. And if fever was very normal and is because of some small infection, then infection is taken care of, so it goes away. But really speaking, this paracetamol is not the medicine for the disease person has. Fever is not a disease. You know that, no? Fever itself is not a disease. Fever is a symptom of some disease. Fever is showing that something is wrong inside. Some infection is there. Some inflammation is there. And because of that, fever is there. Fever is a defense mechanism of the body. So fever is not a disease. It is a symptom. And for that we give some medicine. And the fever is subsided. And along with this fever, the cause of the fear is subsided, we become alright. But main thing is the cause for fever should be subsided. If only fever every day you are getting fever, and every day you take paracetamol or crocin or something, and then you think my problem is every day I am taking, then inside problem will be aggravating. Therefore, you have to take care of the fundamental cause of fever. Why fever is there? So then infection is there. That infection is to be treated. Similarly, This kama is not the fundamental problem. Kama is because of the ignorance of the self, and that is handled by the Atmak Dhanam, which is given in these two shlokas. The details we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari